Morning or good evening, wherever you are. You are now tuned in to What Does It Mean to Be an Artist. My name is JustJonavin, and I'm your host for today. By the end of this episode, you'll learn exactly what it means to be an artist from an artist.
Yeah, please don't play no games here with me. Yeah, please don't play no games with me. Please don't play no games with me. Please don't play,
Welcome back to another episode of What Does It Mean to Be an Artist. I'm here with my good friend and one of the first people to ever spin my joint at a party, bro. I'm gonna let him introduce himself, my brother.
Good, bro.
Thanks for coming.
Good. I appreciate you. I go by the name of Gxldmine. What a lot of people don't know actually is that stands for something. It stands for going exceedingly long distances. And that's because I like to take people on a journey, whether that be events, DJing, artistry, fitness. Yeah, it's a little bit about myself.
I'm glad you explained that because it's definitely a tough name.
Hey,
just
appreciate
on the
you.
surface.
Appreciate you, yeah.
So the fact that you just broke down that it's an acronym is just crazy
Yeah.
to me. So
Hey,
that
thank
just
you,
adds
bro.
more power to it. But like you said, you're a DJ, you're an artist, and you didn't mention that you do video at all, which is crazy because you do have some nice videos.
I appreciate that, bro.
But what kind of pushed you along this journey? Like, what was the beginning of your journey? What got you into the arts? What got you into music, DJing? Let us know.
Man, where do I start? Anyways, the girls be saying that I'm what's the word? I'm ran through. I'm cause I do my placements. I'm a Virgo, Leo, Virgo Sun, Leo Moon, Leo Rising.
So wait, you ran through because you know your placements.
Yeah, cause I wasn't supposed to know that. Apparently, I wasn't supposed to know that. But no. So I feel like that. I don't live my life according to them standards, but I feel like it be so. So it's like when I was a kid, I definitely always had a penchant for being in front of cameras, being on stage. Like it's VHSs of me running around on stage in a Bible man costume, performing, playing the air guitar and doing all this stuff at like 5 years old. Even entering speech competitions when I was younger and getting accolades for that. And I think that just being in front of people, being somebody who moved people, whether that was with my words or with my actions, that was always ingrained in me. My family also, they're from Detroit, Michigan, for the most part. So out there, of course, you got a big house music scene. You got Motown. You got the Winans. You had everybody. So it was really one of them scenes where my mom and all of her sisters and even some of her brothers was always into music. So you take a penchant for being in front of people, leading rooms, and then a penchant for music. You put them together, and now Kiss, and here I am.
Gxldmine.
Yeah.
But that being said, who or what has been some of your biggest inspirations along your journey?
That's a good question. And I think when you ask inspirations, it comes from different places because you can think of musicians, but you can also think of just people who influenced me. And I would say one person, when I was young, I used to put on a suit and tie when I was about to go to church, and I would say that I'm Martin Luther King.
And hold on.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Marlon.
Yo, yeah,
That's a little round
happy
of applause.
belated by the time this drop. Right, yeah, exactly. So,
Happy Martin Luther King Day.
but it was funny because I would always used to say, I'm Martin Luther King, right? So when I was young, it's funny because I wound up, I'm like exposing myself. I wound up getting in a couple interracial relationships. But when I was young, I seen a white woman and a black man walking into the subway. And I was like, yo, y'all not supposed to be together. Martin Luther King wouldn't like that or something like that. And then I had to like sit down and get all this. Anyways, Martin Luther King though is one of those people for me. I just love the way that he really exemplified greatness, but not only just greatness in leadership, but greatness in action. More than that though, I know this is controversial to say now, but Kanye, he's one of those people where it's just like his work speaks for itself. I'd also say inspiration-wise too, a lot of the people in this city, man, even like my brother Young Fool, Brother Taj, man, Josh Lang, Sight Beyond Sound, Kiari, Bakar. It's a lot of dope people who right in this city are influencing me as far as selection wise, and I think that I'd be remiss not to say those names. And even as far as people who are musicians in the city, man, there's a lot of dope artists who I'm excited to work with, who I have worked with, who definitely set the tone for some of the things y'all might see going forward. So yeah.
So, how would you feel like you've changed since the beginning of your journey up until this point?
I could really just start maybe even with the past year and a half. It's funny because we got Hash in the building, and Hash is an artist who started off just spitting, just making beats, but then transitioned into DJing. And I found myself a little bit more in the same position. When I first started DJing, it was more so I want to just DJ at my own shows. I want to DJ at my own events and just kind of set my own ambiances before either I would perform or even if I wasn't performing, just kind of set an ambiance that I liked. And I think that my approach towards my events and the way that I either marketed them or just documented them well, or even just reached out to people and made sure that we had good attendance, I think that those skills and those things were seen by some people, and it was like, okay, I'd love to work with you in these venues. I'd love to do this with you. And I feel as though that definitely changed a little bit of my trajectory as an artist, because especially for the whole summer, it was like, okay, I'm focusing on more gigs. I'm focusing on even just learning more about exactly what it is that I'm doing. I've DJed with both of these guys, and I've seen, of course, we're talking about Fu and Hash, and I've seen the technique, just the way that they approach mixing, and it's the way I approach rapping or producing. It's like I could do it in my sleep. You know what I mean? I feel like I was getting a lot of reps in with DJing, and my artistry, I wouldn't say it suffered as far as music, like making my own music, but it definitely kind of took a back seat because it's like, okay, you have this new vehicle that you're test driving, and it's like, okay, you're going to put more eggs in that basket. But that being said, I dropped every week, every 3 days in December. I put some marketing behind it. I sometimes just let it rock and just let the audience decide what they wanted to hear more of from me. And I feel like in doing that, I freed myself a little bit more from the expectations of what my music can and should do. Because maybe I'm not making a record for the club. Maybe I'm not making a record for even some of the people who might be accustomed to my records. I'm just making records for me. I'm putting it out. I'm going to let y'all decide what y'all want to do with it. If I see that this is doing something and I'm like, okay, well, obviously I'm a businessman, so I'll make sure that this gets in front of more people. I'll make sure that gets in front of more people. But in this last year, realizing that nothing that I do lives in isolation and finding the intersection between all of my pursuits and all of my passions.
This video is brought to you by Black Clover Studios. I'm very appreciative of them for providing us with all the necessary pieces to bringing this project to life. Whether it's the use of their studio, equipment, or their wonderful production team, Black Clover has exactly what you need to bring your next vision to the TV screen. It's funny that you bring that up because I always go with like these back and forth battles for myself. Like what am I focusing more on this month, like production, or am I focusing on music? Like
Right,
obviously I always go back and I'm like, damn, I always wanted to make music. Like you feel me? That's what I wanted to do. And in a sense it's like the production is a skill that, should be developed, and it's a skill that I can definitely need monetized in a sense. But I always get to that crossword, and I always feel bad for choosing one over the other.
I get you.
And I'm sure you had those same kind of feelings being a DJ and as well as an artist. How do you feel like you balance, or what is some of the advice that you can give on balance to any artist, like in that aspect of that?
I think the first thing is having a higher power that you look to. I believe in Jesus Christ. And I think that if you live your life, obviously you're not going to be perfect by anybody's standards. I know I'm not. Y'all, I don't know. Maybe we got some perfect people in the room. But I think having something that you lean on when you're not leaning on anything else. Further than that, though, being disciplined. Remembering that no matter what it is that you do, you're the same person when you go to bed at night and take the sunglasses off, take the cool clothes off. Like, you're the same person. And just remembering that you have a legacy to leave and that one day your kids are going to grow up and see who you are and who you used to be. And that's something that motivates me, is just thinking about the fact that one day I am going to have kids and thinking, like, was their father somebody who set them up to be able to achieve their dreams?
What is a legacy that you do want to leave for your kid? Perfect world.
Yeah. Setting them up to be able to achieve their dreams. I think that the word nepotism is something that comes up, and I think that in certain scenarios, it's like,
I will definitely be a nepot.
Yo, yeah. It's like if I'm grinding my whole life, like, I'm for the old school, we leaving with something. Like, I'm not doing everything now just to look back and be like, all right, like, y'all niggas start from the top. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that being said, though, but with your original question, pay your bills. Be able to market your music. Either you're getting a record deal or you're doing everything yourself. And something that I had to remind myself of, especially this past year, is music is for you. My music is for me. I make my music because I love to. It doesn't have to be on Billboard. You know what I mean? And if it is one day, it's because I put in all the steps that I needed to get it there. But on a day-to-day basis, I can't live in survival mode. So I'm not going to go to bed having made beats all day and I didn't practice DJing. I didn't market any events I got coming up. I didn't go to my 9 to 5. I didn't do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm active in everything that I need to. Let the music be for me. And I think that your creative callings are going to, like, when it's time, I feel like Rick Rubin said, when an idea comes to fruition and it's time to be released into the world, you're going to know. You're going to feel it. That being said, make your money and be able to market yourself. I think that's the biggest thing. And that's why you got to drop still, because people want to hear from you. But you also have to realize that not every drop has to be the life changer. If you are a true creative and you have something inside you that needs to come out, it's going to come out when it's supposed to. And the vehicles for you to be able to get it to whoever needs to hear it, is going to appear. I wholeheartedly believe in that.
2026 goals. Or maybe reflect on 2025 first, and then let us know some of your goals going into 2026.
2025 was definitely a year where I realized that even all of the stuff I was saying about legacy, 2025 is where I started focusing less on who I am as an artist and more on who I am as a man. And realizing that if I have a certain standard in my life, that applies to everything in my life. And yeah, I think that is his own thing. But as far as 2026 goes, you make plans and God laughs, bro. You know what I mean? But I will say though, 2026, what's on the agenda for this year? I had a year in 2023 that saw me drop like 3 projects. This is one of those years again, just because I love to do it. I love the game. Like I like setting up. I like having deadlines. I like putting stuff out, and I like letting the people decide. And I get y'all a preview of that at the end of the year. 10 new songs in December alone. Does everybody know them? No. Will they know them when it's time for them to know them? Yeah.
Still an amazing.
You know what? Thank you. But long story short, that being said, 2026, dropping more music. I didn't tell nobody. This is how people is probably gonna find out. I am a certified personal trainer, and I actually
exclusive bit. I might have to come.
Yo, yeah. So
stop by at my bro studio.
We got to. So I'm just big on my mind and just replenishing that as much as I can. So I studied for a little bit, like a month and a half. Also, I've been in the gym not my whole life, but my whole adult life and teenage life. So I know what I'm doing. But just really learning anatomy, learning proper form and function to be able to tell somebody and help them not get injured. So my goal for this year is to bring fitness, bring who I am as an artist, and bring who I am as a DJ all together in a way that is not foreseen in this city, but also even in the world. Workout parties,
That's tough. I'm not gonna lie.
workout music. You know what I mean? Having these guys come DJ while
we work out.
while I lead the group in a workout. You know what I mean? Me DJing, letting somebody else lead the workout. Just things that don't make sense until you see them done, and it's like, yo, why wasn't we doing that the whole time? So, and more music, like I said. So,
What advice would you have for any upcoming artist, DJ?
pay your bills and have money to market yourself.
Simple.
Yeah.
That's a simple gem.
Yeah.
Like,
you,
2 words or less.
if you're creative, you really like that, you love what you do, that's always gonna go. That's always gonna come. Make time. Even set aside, like, if you only have 30 minutes a day where you're like, this is my time to make music. Here's the thing. We're adults. You know what I mean? Like, we not at high school no more. We can lean on other people.
It's funny you say that because I swear I be feeling like I'm still in like high school and college and I could just have like unlimited time.
Yeah,
like,
I feel
why
you.
am I not cooking up like 24/7 anymore?
I feel you.
It
No,
be
that's
cooking
I
me.
had to realize that, bro. 2022, I was cooking up every day for like 3 or 4 hours, but it's because I was making $16 an hour working at the 2nd Street on South Street. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't DJing. I was making my own music still, but I wasn't DJing. I teach now. You know what I mean? I'm doing so much more stuff. I'm in a healthy relationship. Ooh. It's like, no, but hey, it's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? So it's like the things that I had time for back, yo, exclusive. So the things I had time for back then, I don't have time for all the time. But like I said, the more you put in, the more you get out. And as you continue, even you take your 30 minutes a day to make your music, if that's all you have, at the end of that week, that's like what? A couple hours at least. Take that, get it mixed, figure out how you want to put it out, how you want to show that to the world. Simple.
Before we get to the closing remarks, I have one more question for you, my brother.
I bet.
What does it mean to be an artist to you?
What does it mean to be an artist? I think to be an artist just means to take what's in your head, push it out into the world. I think being an artist also means exploring new things, like taking a different route home, putting a little extra seasoning on your chicken, like doing new things, like just really waking up every day and choosing. I'm going to be disciplined, but I'm going to also be spontaneous. I think you can be spontaneous and disciplined at the same time. It's just knowing who you are and what your goals are. So,
Appreciate you, my brother. Is there any final closing remarks that you would like to let the people know? Any upcoming projects? Any gigs? What's up?
I see a lot of y'all sports betting. The best bet that you could ever make is on yourself. Learn the skill, learn the trade. Do something that you can look back in 10 years and be like, yo, I did that consistently and it made me bread. Or I did that consistently and it brought me satisfaction or brought me closer to new people who's on what I'm on. Like, don't sit in your room all day. Get outside, touch grass.
Touch some grass.
Yeah.
Let the people know where to follow you, my brother. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Gxldmine, Gxldminded, on everything.
Make sure y'all check my brother out. He's on a crazy run right now on the visuals, the DJing tip.
Hey,
Appreciate you, bro.
my guy.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
Thank you guys for watching. I'd like to give a huge shout out to my team over at Black Clover Studios. Thank you guys so much for helping this vision come to life. Make sure you guys at home like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more episodes.